Brian Easterday, and welcome back to Eye of the Storm Astrology. So today I wanted to get into a very important topic, and that is on the concept of Dharma. So in my previous video, I spoke about what is karma. Karma and Dharma, these are things we hear a lot about in Vedic philosophy and Vedic astrology. If you haven't seen the video on karma, be sure to go back and check that out. But before I get into what Dharma is, hit that like button, go ahead and subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way you can get notified every time I'm dropping new content, which is a lot. So I don't want you to miss out on anything that could be valuable for you. So let's get into it. What is Dharma? This is a term much like karma. People throw around a lot, I think, without actually understanding what the essence of it is. So first, let's look at the kind of the etymology of it, or some of the etymology of it. So Dharma, it comes from like the root like duh. So like when someone says, for example, like in English, when someone says something very obvious and you're kind of like duh, like no, that's very obvious. That's that's a norm. It like the fire, I just touched fire and it's hot. Duh. Of course, that's fire. It's hot. That's its essence. And then ma means to make. So when we look at this, it's the essence of what something is made of. So we can keep in mind here too that Dharma is not just one thing. You don't only have one Dharma. There's always different Dharmas, and your Dharma can change. Now there is like an overarching Dharma that thing doesn't change, but there's other Dharmas as well, right? So for example, the Dharma of a parent is to take care of their child, to make sure they have food and shelter and clothing, and they're nurtured emotionally, and they're protected, and all the different things that a parent does. That's the essence of being a parent. That's what is making them parents, is that they're taking care of those things, that they have this child that they need to take care of, and the essence of that is to be providing for this being. The Dharma of water, like this would be a way like people would classically teach or explain Dharma. The Dharma of water is to be wet and fluid. The Dharma of fire is to be hot, is to burn, and to consume. So it changes things, right? It transforms things, so on and so forth. So it's looking at the essence of what something is. Just like with water, if something's not wet and it's like not flowing, it's not a fluid, it's not water, right? Like with fire, if it's not hot, if it's not burning and consuming something, it's not fire. So Dharma is the thing, it's the essence of the thing that it makes it what it is. Okay. So depending on like what you're doing in life, at time your Dharma can change. If I'm a construction worker, at the time, like my Dharma would be to build the houses and whatever part of it I'm doing, to do it correctly and to do a good job and make sure it's safe, and all of these different things. That would be my Dharma, to use those tools, to have that skill set, that knowledge, all those different things. I could then go from being that to all of a sudden, well, I become a parent. Well, now my Dharma changes to being a parent, taking care of my child, doing what I need to, and you can have multiple Dharmas at different times. You could be that construction worker. That's what you do for a living, and you're doing that as part of your Dharma of taking care of your child. So those things are supporting each other. Okay. Then you have like what you could call like an overarching Dharma. Now, we could look at this from the perspective of what's the Dharma of the universe. It's to experience so it can grow in awareness. It's to learn. So we all have that Dharma that doesn't change, that we're here to have experiences so we can learn lessons. There's always that Dharma. In the Norse language, this would be called like the Orlog. The origins law. It is the original law of what makes you you, why you came here as a soul, that type of thing. So you can see that, like, Dharma being the essence of things, that you can be embodying different ones at different times. It can change, and then at the same time, there's also overarching, unchanging Dharma. So it's a very multifaceted thing. It's not quite a simple thing. Now, if we want to get into the kind of the general definition of Dharma, you could look at it as like moral code. What's moral, what's lawful, and not in the sense of like government lawful, but like in alignment with like cosmic law. What's universally lawful, what is morally correct, that type of thing. You could think of Dharma as cosmic law in a way. So it's doing the role that you're supposed to do. Now, naturally, if we're playing the roles that we're supposed to be playing in the universe, so we can hear and grow, we should be doing that in a moral way. So your Dharma should always be moral, like, or your true Dharma is be moral. Now, when that doesn't mean immoral actions don't happen, that just means you're not acting in alignment with your Dharma, right? So when you're thinking about it as, the law or the moral code, for example, back to the example of being a parent, right? It's moral for you as a person to take care of that child you created, to make sure they're nurtured and they're clothed and they're fed, and you love them, and all of those different things. It's lawful for you to do that, because that's a karma, that's a consequence of your actions. If you chose to go have sex and then you created this other being, you need to take that responsibility and take care of that child and help raise them up to be an aware being themselves, that they're aware of their actions and they find their purpose and they fulfill their karmas and they walk their Dharma and help them along that path. So it's that law. And if you're not taking care of your child, you're not really a parent. Like, you might have made a kid, but that doesn't make you that doesn't make you a mom or dad. Like like a guy could totally be a sperm donor without being a dad. Someone that's there, that's taking care, like, that's doing those karmas, they're taking those actions, they're embodying that law, that essence of what it means to be a parent. That's why they're a parent, because they're doing those things. So you see how that works. And I'll get more into this in another video where I'm going to be talking about the all-important question, which is, what is the meaning of life? And I'll be getting into what that is, or the different meanings of life, because in the Vedic philosophy we actually have four main ones, and you consider a fifth one of what is the meaning of life, and they're kind of all tied into each other, and Dharma is one of those. So I'll be breaking this down more in that video, but I want to do a basic kind of introduction into the concept. So to sum it up, Dharma is the essence, the original law of what something is. It's what it's lawful, what it's moral for it to be. That's what Dharma is. So hopefully you guys found this valuable. If you did, let me know in the comments below. If you have any questions, let me know. Like I said, let's get some conversation going. I'm happy to answer any questions. Please don't ever hesitate to ask me something. I will ask, though, that if you are going to ask me something, ask and think about it, and ask an intelligent, well put together question. That way I can give you an intelligent, well put together answer back. So let's get some engagement going down in the comments below. Like the video, share it around if you found value in it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the little bell. That way you always get notified when I'm putting out new stuff. If you are interested in any consultations, services, anything like that, you can click the link in the description below to my link tree, and that will take you to like a one-stop shop for that links to all my other stuff, like my website, eyeofthestormastrology.com, my email, social medias, all of that stuff. So just click that link. It's easy, and then you can navigate to wherever you need to get the information that you're looking for. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Until, thanks for tuning in, and until next time, I hope you have a great day.